Shalom, shalom. I want to start off giving all praise, honor, and glory. Call halal, la,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwath and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, it's an edifying video. Shalom to the confusion of face brethren joining onto our ranks. It's the brother Yawasop out of the GMS Cleveland Church, along with a few brothers from the camp.
Shalom, my Akwadar, Shalom.
Shalom, Akim, Shamaria.
Shalom, shalom, Bakar.
And once again, we brothers came together to do a video that we have been planning on doing. Through the spirit, the brother Maya came up with the idea, and I think just for edification, because I was watching the brothers from Ancient Days last week. They just, through the spirit, got to come and they were speaking at camp about how, you know, the vibration of the music has changed, and, you know, the brother said he's going to do a video about it. So, Lord willing, we get to hear that and see that video. But for now, we gonna do one through the spirit. So, basically, I got this article going into the relationship between, you know, these Amalekites or these fake Jews, these Khazars, and you know, these Jakes, these Israelites. And the title of the article is "The Secret Relationship Between Rappers and Jews." It's by a man named Derek Muhammad, and it's dated January 9th, 2012. Okay, it says hip hop as an art form and a culture is hands down one of the most powerful international social forces in the history of the world. There is no nation on earth where its footprints cannot be found. Rap artists who create the soundtracks that fuel hip-hop culture become equally influential. They determine trends and the general course of youth culture globally. Yet while it appears these artists who often peddle images of invincibility are in control of hip-hop, we must look deeper to see who may be in control of them.
And that you said that because you got some of those rappers in the industry that portray that they run this shit. Like, you know, portray that they the head honcho when they just a pawn, man. All right, because as the scriptures say, they shall lend to thee, thou shalt not lend to them. They shall be the head and you should be the tail, man. So no matter how much money you got in this music industry, Sleazy E is always going to be superior than you.
And that's the spirit, because remember before we even started the lesson, you was talking about like certain people like Jay-Z, like how you feel they not really in the Illuminati, and they not. They pawns, like you said. That's at the end of the day. Now they got their secret societies. I mean, of course you got you got Masons, and you got, you know, the black version of the Masons, just like you had Muslims, and they had to start the Nation of Islam just to have Muslims and whatnot. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I know this for a fact, you know, I met a Mason. He sat up there and said he went to a convention and how he was amongst, you know, the sleazy E Masons, and at the end of the day, you know, you can see the racism still. But yet still y'all all, I mean, yeah, they work hand in hand in tandem on certain shit, but at the end of the day, they still look at you like you a nigga. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Continue with the article.
Yeah.
It said rap artist Jay-Z and his business partner Damon Dash built a hip-hop powerhouse called Rockefeller Records. It was a black-owned record label that produced millions in sales. As is often the case, the two brothers reportedly had personal and business disagreements and decided to part ways. And like I said before, at the end of the day, you know, you had the guy that's like best friends with Jay-Z, Lear Conan, you know, the Amalekite, and you know he's the real Jew that rules the hip hop industry. You know what I mean? You got other Jews, but like I said, it was a situation where you had Suge Knight, you had Damon Dash, Jay Prince, and Irv Gotti, and they were going to try and start their first, the first black-owned distribution business. And if anybody follows hip hop or understands anything, you know that was broken up by Sleazy E. You know what I mean?
That's right, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. Just like Black Wall Street, you know, Jake always try to exceed over the oppressor, but that's not how the Lord set it up, man. So that goes to show you, man. You know, and that's what it is. Those different celebrities or those people in the music industry, they don't tell our people the truth, man. They make it believe that they live in this life. They don't tell our people the things that you have to do to obtain these different things. All right, so our people think, oh, it's just all about rapping. You just gonna make a hot track and now you in the industry making millions, man. Now you doing shows, getting paid $50 grand a show. It ain't that simple, man. All right, and that goes back to them misleading the people. They're not telling the people that you gotta worship Sleazy E. You gotta do these rituals. You gotta do these sacrifices. You gotta sell your soul, man.
And that's why a lot of rappers, a lot of singers, and actors and actresses, they start to regret certain things, man. Cause them demons, they play with their mind, and then they end up bugged out. They end up going AWOL, end up drug addicts. Like Mac Miller overdosed on drugs. It was an article recently about how Lady Gaga regretted selling her soul and things like that. Just to add on to what you were saying, Akim.
We're gonna keep reading then.
Okay.
Unless you want to just.
No, I'll keep reading because I want to go into the point of it. There's a few little good jewels in here. It's just a very long article. Like we were speaking on, it says in the late 80s, so-called gangster rap took the nation by storm when a young black entrepreneur named Eric Wright, aka Eazy-E, assembled some of the finest talent to be found in the Los Angeles, Compton area to form the legendary collective NWA. The group captured an untapped market, selling millions of albums with no commercial radio play.
And look, I gotta make mention of this because, see, back in the day, our people was kind of like, they was doing things independently, man. All right, like Eazy-E, as I just made mention, he was selling millions without no commercial radio play. You had guys like Master P. You had dudes like Lil Flip, Chameleonaire, Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Paul Wall. They was moving units out the trunk. All right, but see, now you see the difference in the music industry today because our people, they ain't doing that. Sleazy E made it to where you gotta go through them. If you don't want to go through them, then it's gonna be a damn problem. All right, and now you see the trend, man, of our people. But you can still read some more, then he can go straight into the scriptures.
It says Eazy-E. It says these record sales did wonders to fill the coffers of Ruthless Records, which was owned by Wright, who took on a partner by the name of Jerry Heller. Heller was a veteran music executive who once represented artists like Marvin Gaye. The group's most creative geniuses, Ice Cube and Dr. Dre, eventually left the group citing unfair compensation. And like I said, Eazy-E and Jerry Heller basically were pretty much really tight. And I haven't seen that movie Straight Outta Compton, but like I said, it's a known fact that this Eazy-E was basically not paying them all their money. You know what I mean? Even to this day, you got. To show you how much a fuckboy Lazy Bone is, he actually recounted a situation where he said he watched Eazy-E show him a check for Ice Cube where it was like $70,000, and he's like it's not I don't pay them, it's just I forgot how he worded it to Lazy Bone, but that just show you how goofy people is. Like why do he need to show you what he paying another man? Period. Anyway, But my point saying all this is because Jerry Heller. Like I said, if you research anything on Satanism basically they do everything opposite to the Most High.
Left-handed.
Everything is left-handed, like the brother just spoke on. And like I said, if you ever watch any videos with any satanic churches or whatnot, they'll literally pray the Lord's. Well, that's not the Lord's Prayer. They'll pray the disciples' prayer. A lot of people confuse the Lord's Prayer with what's that? Matthew 6, where our Father who art in heaven. The Lord's Prayer is John 17. But anyhow, the point is, they'll say the disciples' prayer, the Our Father backwards. And I can't remember the song, but it was a song where Eazy-E actually said the song backwards. Said the Lord's Prayer backwards. So if I got time and we can put it in post-production, I'll actually upload the video, you know what I mean?
And basically the brother going into basically how, the start of our people starting to really get in a deep, relationship with Sleazy E, man. Which you brothers know who Sleazy E is, man.
And the thing is, like you said, you really starting to see. That's like when the brothers. I ain't gonna say brothers. That's when our people really start to sell out.
That's
right. You know what I mean? Like at the end, because you had groups like some of the conscious rappers, I can't think of nobody off the top of my head right now. What's the with Flavor Flav and
Run DMC or
and although they Run DMC the brother Run, he got money, but why? because of Russell. You know what I mean? For
Really none of, like I said, really none of Jake, because really Gucci Mane, he got a song called and I'm not trying to digress. I'm trying to just hit the point so we can get to these scriptures. But Gucci Mane got a song called Rich Nigga Shit. How much money can just one nigga get? Cause really Jake is trying to get in the music industry and just go after, just get the most money that they can get, man. But you never will be on top of Sleazy E, man. Because why? He's the oppressor. He's the oppressor, man. And that's what Jake do. And that's the trend now, because our people seeing certain rappers show all this money, show all these cars, and show these different women. All right, and now they on the outside looking in. Now they following it and pursuing that, man. All right, go ahead. I put that scripture. All right.
This is 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
And that's what our people did. All right, they making a covenant, which is a contract, an agreement with the heathen. All right, and the word heathen basically means that you're outside of the nation of Israel, man, because you have certain other heathens that has an important role in this music industry. But Sleazy E, those Amalekites, they being the top ones, man. All right, but the scripture said, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, and that's all that our people is doing.
Let them finish this scripture, and then I'm going to bring out this, and then we're going to be done with the article.
That are round about us, for since we departed from them, we had much sorrow. We have much sorrow.
Come.
Right, so Jake, you 2/3, y'all rather live the pleasures of this life, than to serve the Lord. Y'all rather make a covenant with the heathens, and get all of this get all this pleasure right now instead of waiting for the Lord to come back, then get your pleasure.
I'm going to read this part in the article, then we're probably going to end it. It says, popular hip-hop magazine Double XL recently published an article titled Hard Times about fiscal problems rappers face that the hip-hop community doesn't like to talk about. Truth is, most rappers are broke, owing more money to their record labels than they have in their bank account.
That's what it is, and Esau playing on that. As I just brought the scripture out before, let me get it one more time, Bubba Kashah. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 44. It said, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to you. Hey, can you bring that back again, Bubba Kashah, that first part you just said?
Said as far as what truth is, most rappers are broke, owing more money to their record labels than they have in their bank accounts.
That's right. The scripture said, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. All right? And that's basically what it is, man. The curses, man. All right? So that's why those, you got Israelites getting in the music industry, taking these fronts from Esau. It's just like the bank, man. You take a loan from the bank or a check in the loan spot. What they do, they put interest on it. Esau giving Jake $1 million, telling them they owe them 5 albums. Nigga, you better rap about this and you better rap about that. And it's certain things that our people allowed to do with their money. You can't, or you might got these niggas talking about they worth $10 million, but let's see you go into the bank and touch $10 million without Sleazy on your ass wondering what you about to do with this money. Because outside of getting cars and houses and jewelry and clothes and women, you ain't about to go put money into your community and try to help your people out.
Perfect example of that, and that's the spirit, is Nipsey Hussle.
That's the spirit.
Because when at the end of the day, like I said, they was cool with him when he was up there, you buying your little weed and you buying these little cars and shit. But when he called himself doing something for his community, then he's mysteriously get killed by Jake. You know what I mean? Like, let me finish this out because it's gonna go back to what that brother just spoke on too. As a matter of fact, most contracts for rappers are just as horrible as those for entertainers and other genres where artists sell millions and receive pennies while the record companies make out like fat rats.
And what is it called? It's called a 360 deal. A 360 deal. All right, and then
it'll come back to them.
Yeah, and it's a 360 deal because the money that Esau profit off of it is man, it's out of this world, man. But the crumbs, it's you getting crumbs from the rich man's table. And basically, our people is man. Oh man, just go ahead. We gonna get their ass.
And I just wanted to bring out this part because at the end of the day, like the brother said, he said in this, what was that, Maccabees, where it said they're making a covenant with the heathen. Like I said, from the article, it's stating that most people, they appeared like, that's all eye candy, that's all bread and circus, you know what I mean? Like they making you think, oh yeah, well, they got this, they got that, because they posing by it. You know what I mean? I know niggas in the hood, they used to do that. They'll borrow somebody else's car, acting like they'll go kick you with a bitch, you know what I mean? For the one night, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna say 2 weeks from now if she would've kicked you with you again, you know what I mean? But anyhow, it says there have been many examples of independent success in hip hop music industry, such as Master P, James Prince, Luther Campbell, and others. However, because none of these outfits have the power to control their own distribution, they were eventually left at the mercies. I thought he was saying something else. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna go into, because like the article did state, it's only so many people that actually, they not truly independent for real. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, they still. I think the most independent one is like a Master P. Like I said, I think like he.
But even he because he had a certain level where he had to go through Sleazy E. He sold out. He ended up selling out.
I know he don't got his own. Nobody has their own black distribution company, but I forgot how he explained it though. You know what I mean? Like you said, at the end of the day,
it's all to the eye. He sold out to Sleazy. If you think about it, he got into the music, the movie, the movie films and things like that, and then the certain level that he owned, you gotta Sleazy would have been got rid of him. But they put the pressure on you.
And then it's lucky. What you saying?
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, basically that's the point I wanted to get at though, like you said, because the fact that how the brother brought up, they made a covenant, and at the end of the day, like I said, when you go into certain people like Jay Princes and whatnot, you know, you got these certain people that's on a certain level, and at the end of the day, they like gatekeepers for Esau. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of that, you know, I can go into certain people's careers, but you know, not to digress.
I got a precept. All right, this is Sirach 13:6. It said, "If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope, and he will speak thee fair and say, what one is thou?" And that's what Esau did to our people. All right, he deceived them, spoke those smooth words. He deceived them, and what he say? What you want? And that's the first thing, you know, Esau asked her, what you want, man? Because Esau know the condition that we were in. What you want, man? You want here go a Benz. I got a chain for you. You know, and that's all Esau do. And our people fall for that shit, man.
And that's the spirit, because it was just somebody just speaking on that. And like, if you ever seen the movie Cadillac Records, it actually showed like Monique, the chick Monique was just speaking on this, because you know she getting fucked with. Yeah, but I think she found out she was an Israelite or something, right. And she started catching them curses. But the point is, she was speaking on how like Tyler Perry, basically, she was like, she brought up the example of Cadillac Records. She was like, I mean, you know, instead of them paying them what they were worth, they'll give you a brand new Cadillac. But if you pay me what I'm worth, what the fuck I need a Cadillac for? I can buy my own Cadillac. And this is spirit. I'm gonna bring this part out because we was just trying to speak on Public Enemy. That was the group I was trying to name. And this is in the article. It says, recently famed Public Enemy frontman Chuck D, because Chuck D was Chuck D and then Flavor Flav. Remember, Flavor Flav was the hype man. He said filed a $100 million lawsuit in San Francisco federal court against Jewish-owned Universal Music Group, alleging the underpaying of royalties on digital downloads.
Right, and what did niggas think they was gonna get? And that's the point right there, man. Niggas ain't have it's no wisdom of Yahweh Shemi Awashah, man. Because if you would have known, hey man, these niggas is over us, man. Here it is. These niggas, hey, what you expect to get, man? Jake is, and I'm gonna say this too. And at that time, Public Enemy, all right, they was doing way better than the average Israelite, man. All right, what more do you want? All right, but I got a precept, man. This is Hebrews 11:25. It say, choosing whether to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh. See, our people don't want to, you know, serve this captivity, you know, and exit this place. Our people want to try to see how much money they can make in this society, how they can get over. Because our people do the things that they do to shine on the next Israelite, man. They don't do this. You can't shine on Sleazy E, man. Right. You can't shine on him, man. He got more money, you know, he lending you money, you know what I'm saying? So when Jake get these, you know, cars and wristwatches and things like that, they shining on the next Israelite or trying to, or impress somebody else's woman, man. Wickedness, man, all right? But it says, choosing whether to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, man. Because all these things that y'all enjoying is only for a season, man. Hey, a season comes and go.
Right.
All right. So the things that y'all have, it's going to come and go. Why? Because y'all under curses, man. And we witness this all the time, man. Israelites in the music industry or in the industry, whether it's music or movies. Right. All right. They have it 1 minute and then the next minute they don't. All right, because money don't take the curses from you.
Right. And a great example would be Lauryn Hill, Wesley Snipes. They all was successful in their career at a point in time, and then it all came to naught. You know,
that's right.
Our scripture. This Sirach chapter 14, verse 3. Riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money? So just like the Ak was saying, Jake is not going to prosper in this society because we under curses, man. You're not going to have the luxurious life of Sleazy E, man.
And that's ultimately what Jake's chasing. Yeah. They chasing to be, and like the brother man mentioned, how our people go into a covenant with Sleazy E, and Sleazy E don't give a damn about him. You have more than that? Yeah, go ahead, Al.
Verse 4, he that gathereth by defrauding his own soul, gathereth for others, that he shall spend his goods riotously. So yeah, so like you get that word defraud for me.
Ooh, good scripture,
This is a Google definition of the word defraud. Illegally obtain money from someone by deception.
Right, and Esau is that deceiver, man. So when
and I just went into that because he smile upon thee and say, "What one is thou?"
Exactly,
it's the spirit.
But the thing is, he sell you this false dream to make Jake, to entice Jake to get into that lifestyle, man. All right, because when you read a little up before that in that scripture in the 13th
that's
chapter,
what I was gonna get next.
All right, go ahead.
All right, this Sirach chapter 13 verse 4. It said, "If thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
Exactly.
But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it."
And the scriptures say we the salt of the earth. So we got talent, man. It even in way back in the 40s, man, when Jake used to tap dance for Esau, when Jake used to do minstrel shows, you know, Esau Sleazy E would see that talent, and that's something that he can profit off of.
That's right.
So that's what he used. That's what he used Jake for. Make money off of it and give Jake the scraps, man. It's always been like that.
You just made me think about when you were sitting there, like back in the 40s. It brought to mind that video that Brother Tommy ought to did with Jake rapping. Where, like you said, like at the end of the day, like they only allow Jake into these sports associations because they saw the money potential that it could bring. That's the only reason why Jake is, you know what I mean? Because we
talent.
We bring flavor. If you go watch, like when the NBA first started and it was nothing but Sleazy E, oh my God, you
it wasn't even a 3-point line.
That shit
boring. Jake bring excitement.
Right.
But what it see, the Lord don't want us to use our talent in that way. Our talent, he wants us to use our spiritual talent. This is the time to use our spiritual talent, which is get into these scriptures. But you got our people out there that's they in too deep. They in too deep with Sleazy E. Cause what the first thing Sleazy E do? Once you get into a deep with Sleazy E, you know, you want to back off of it, what he do?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Jake do. Here it is. The scriptures say, "Don't trust thy enemy." As soon as Sleazy E do something Jake don't like, then that's when Jake want to try to expose him. Well, this nigga this and this nigga that. And then what Sleazy E do? He comes through and take you out.
And that's what happened to Michael Jackson too. Michael Jackson, he started to see that you know, this industry wasn't, you know, all that it cracked up to be. The money wasn't piling in no more, and he tried to expose Sleazy E, and then they took him out, man.
And Sleazy E didn't like the power that Michael Jackson was getting. Now Michael Jackson was actually a person who was actually he was prospering.
Right. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because I was gonna not correct you, but lightweight add on to what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, see what people fail to realize is Michael Jackson wasn't an idiot. Michael Jackson was like to show you how much power Michael Jackson had. They was making it seem like Michael Jackson was broke when he wasn't. Michael Jackson had money. Michael Jackson had some shit set up that But yet still, that was ultimately Esau because Michael Jackson basically had it. He was about to checkmate their ass. He was about to own like Sony for real.
And then he was about to have his own publishing rights. Right. And then he had owning some of the Beatles. So Michael Jackson, you right, bro. Yeah, he was about to checkmate.
Yeah, and they like, we can't have this nigga doing this. But you gotta remember, he grew up in the industry. Right. He watched all the. Where do you think all these people like Lil Wayne got their idea? I'm gonna own my masters. You know what I mean? Like, who the first person to deal that? Like Ray Charles. You know, he's the first one to actually, like, and they watch. So you got certain jakes that use their brain. You know what I mean? They don't just fall a victim. They see how Esau play. You know what I mean? Like, at the end, they so.
Because Jake always make a way out. Everything that's set up, Jake always find a way. Because me and the brother was just talking about that, not trying to digress, but, you know, I got a car now. I'm like, I wonder if you could get away with selling your car without it being paid off. And then the brother was like, Jake always find a way.
That's the spirit, because I was just listening to them going on that. I mean, not to digress, but like you said, like with the Acts 26 and how vocab, no class tried to use that to, and they was like, no, Paul was trying to talk his way up out of something.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, and that's Jake. You know what I mean? That's Jake. Come on, man. Like,
all right, you got some more? You got a scripture?
Yeah, because y'all.
Yeah, I got one more scripture.
All right, come.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 verse 23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Right, so when Esau come to Jake with those smooth words, they listen to it, you know, and they fall into the deception.
That's right.
You know, because why? When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. You know, and
because that's all our people think about is money.
Right, is money.
And when a person with money, you know, try to kick some knowledge to you, you know, our people be like, well, shit, maybe if I listen, I could be like, get on that. All our people care about is money, man. See, when a brother comes speak to us, or, you know, the apostles or the elders, we extol it to the clouds because, wow, we trying to be on a spiritual level like them. See, it's about, you know, being spiritual, and it's about being cardinal. Our people is completely cardinal, man. And that's why they selling their soul out, man. Hey, when Yahweh Shah comes back, man, what do y'all have to offer Yahweh Shah, man? Y'all soul is gone.
I got one.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs 11 and 4, since you're speaking on money. It says, Proverbs 11 and 4, riches profit nothing in the day of wrath.
Hey, riches profit nothing in the day of wrath, man. So, hey, that's why the scripture said they basically, they don't want to suffer the afflictions with the people of Yahweh, but they want to enjoy pleasures of sin for a season, because the season is about to turn where those riches is not going to profit. Right. The season we coming into, all right, those riches is not going to profit, man. Are you going to be flowing your little money around to these martial law troops, or coming amongst the men of the Lord talking about you got 200,000? What to? Though it's not going to profit you, man. All right, it's not going to profit you. This is the season that we're coming in, that all your wealth, your cars, your jewelry is going to be naught, man, in the time that's approaching.
All right, and so that's why King Solomon, in the Ecclesiastes, the 8th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, it basically talk about all the stuff he had was in vain, like all of the worldly stuff he had, you know, because that's not gonna last long. But I got a precept. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. That's
right. So the things that our people chasing after, as the scriptures say, store not. Somebody grab that scripture. Store up the things that's in heaven. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, because the things that our people is chasing after is temporary. All right, temporary. Shalakia. All right, which means if something hey, just like when you buy a new car, you ride on those 30-day tags temporarily. That's why they call temp tags. And then soon you're going to get your hard plates. All right, so those temp tags it's going to run out. It's going to be a time where you got to go straight to the hard plates. You know what I'm saying? So basically, these things that our people is chasing or they seeking after is temporary. Everything of this world is temporary. All right, the kingdom is going to be forever. All right, so that's the way that we got to be looking. All right, towards the kingdom is eternity, man. All right, everything on this earth, because hey, the scriptures talk about Malachi 4:1. Behold, the days come that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. So basically, everything is gonna be burnt, man. Everything is gonna dissolve here. Hey, man, when those missiles hit America, you ain't gonna be able to sell your cars, your jewelry. All right, even when you go to the spirit world, you can't take none of that with you. You got Jake dumbass want to get buried in their chains and hey man, and all that money that them niggas got in the bank, that shit going right back to Sleazy E, man. So you everything you doing is in vain. Cause Sleazy E could take, hey, what the scripture say, you have no continual city. Your house is everything you. Sleazy E got laws that he just don't enforce them at a certain time, but he got laws where he could take anything you got. Anytime you get ready to, he could just take everything you got, man.
That's extortion.
Extortion.
I got
that real. You can look. Is it changed?
Yeah, I got some. This is on 1 Timothy 6:7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
That's right. We brought nothing in this world, just like Job said. Like you can't take nothing to the spirit world, and you think that when you get buried at the Lord, you go into the spirit world, your chain and everything going with you. All right, like the nigga Rollo, man, that wicked nigga Rollo, he had a song and he said, "You would never see the boy without. I would sell bricks in heaven." Just a wicked nigga, man.
Or they trying to be like the pharaohs and want to be buried with all the gold.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's more in this verse 9. It say, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition." Right. So, the stuff of chase after the stuff of this world will get you destroyed. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love of money, and you gotta, cause money is a defense. Or it's the love of money. If not money, just having money. It's the love of it, man. If you love money more than you love the Lord, you love money more than you love your brothers, man, your brethren, man, or your kins, man. All right, hey, man, the love of money is right, wicked, man.
Right, cause what Judas do? He set your house up for some money.
For some money.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, starting at verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Verse 20.
And you hear in Shalakia, you hear about those different entertainers getting robbed, getting their jewelry took from them, money, robbed, So hey man, you be getting, the Lord be putting you be proud about a damn chain and get that bitch took from you.
You maybe just through the spirit think of something though when you brought that up. I noticed something. I wonder if y'all did. Remember prior to R. Kelly being all in the news about all this rape and what he getting accused for? Remember when his house was getting broken into? That was right before so it was like they was setting him up to show you, we about to take everything from your dumb ass. Like it was just weird.
Even Tekashi 6ix9ine. He got kidnapped. He got jewelry and money took from him right before he. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got his money, he got everything took from him, man. And that's the Lord letting you know these things can be taken from you at any given time. But you praising and worshiping these things, man. You done, or was more than that?
It's more.
Go ahead.
Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or steal.
And that's what we doing now, man. What brothers call it, that spiritual money. All right, we putting up that spiritual money in hey, you feel me?
I'm gonna end it with. You gonna say something?
And also it says that a precious name. I mean, a good name is more precious. So that name that hey man.
Oh, that's a spirit.
That name.
Because that reminds me of like what they say. What's that scripture where it talks about? You say, Paul I know and such I know, but the demons, I know not you. You know what I mean? Because they had them spirit. That's right. That spiritual money up there. You know.
That's right. They know.
Verse 21. This is gonna end it. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
And that's why people, that's the spirit out there. They go right into this closing precept. Because wherever your treasures is, and the treasure is something that you hold dear to you, man, that's where your mind going to be at. And I got a precept, man. This is Proverbs 30 and 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. All right, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. And this captivity, man, hey man, the Lord fed us with food that was convenient for us. Because what Paul talk about being content, man. All right, but this the point, man. Verse 9, it say, "Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord?" All right, and that's basically what it is, man. Our people full and they just forsaken Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. All right, hey, we don't, hey, because money is a defense. So people, they just forsaken the Lord, man. We don't need the Lord. We got money. All right, but you gon' need the Lord in the time to come, man.
And if I could say one more thing, you know, and like you said, we building up that spiritual money. You know, this spiritual money is these spiritual alms we giving out. They offering up to the Lord, doing videos,
offering our body as a living sacrifice.
Offering our body as a living sacrifice, following the laws. You know, and these spiritual alms it's gonna pay off in the kingdom, and it's also gonna pay off in the time of trouble. You know, because we got 2/3 that they following after the carnal money right now, man. They not giving sacrifices to the Lord so the Lord can protect them that's coming, man.
That's right.
You know?
Hey, so hey man, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushua for, you know, taking us out of the world and not letting us get caught off into that madness, man. Because hey, ultimately most of those celebrities gonna get the RFID microchip because they're gonna be afraid to lose all that wealth, man. All right, that's right. So, hey, man, we hope this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone that we will, and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the globe, risking your lives and freedom to do so. Shalom.
Shalom.
God, the boy.
Shalom. Shalom.